Hey, it's Christine Grace. Welcome back to my channel. Today is another reaction video. Like the video on your way in. Let's get straight into it.
What's the biggest difference between men in their 20s and 30s? Men in their 20s still want to find the one. They're still talking to them, spending energy, time. Men in their 30s just want to be left alone by the one.
Yeah, and eventually all of them will feel like that, probably.
Actually, no. The men stopped dating because girls like you aren't loyal anymore, and they started to realize they're wasting their time trying to make relationships work with girls that ultimately didn't care about them. And now it's ruined everything.
Yeah, that's true.
Out here, we just don't give a anymore because some lady just whack as
Facts.
It's so
Yeah, there will always be some woman that will just, you know, give it up very easily, and that same woman will, if she's done it for you, she'll probably do it for someone else. Like, honestly, if I was a man, I'd be like, why would I bother stressing over anything? Women are going to come and go. You know, there'll be someone who's going to sleep with me. And even if I do find someone who, you know, is going to stick around for a while, like, she's probably not going to stick around for that long. She's probably going to cause me problems, and my life's probably peaceful without her. This is the problem we've created.
disappointing when we just want the bare minimum, but their minimum to keep moving the goalposts.
It's the bare minimum.
Keep moving the goalpost. Exactly. It's always the problem in a relationship. If someone is never satisfied, you know, if someone says at the beginning of a relationship, oh yeah, this is what I want, and, you know, I want to achieve this goal, but then they can never get there. You know, you do everything that should meet that criteria, and then they move the goalpost. Oh, now we're going to have to do this. And then you do that, and then it's like, they'll keep doing it. And even when they can't come up with anything anymore, you know, she'll say, oh, but now we need to wait a bit more time. We need to wait a bit more time.
Facts.
What is the bare minimum for a woman? What is the bare minimum? I'm sorry, I don't
Hey, y'all don't
You see what I mean? Like, the dude was literally just talking, and the women just get involved and, like, bite his head off.
Let's go at it.
The women keep moving the goalposts, all right? I personally will wine, dine, and I'll fly you out. But my situation is now is that even doing that, the girl goes, oh, it's not good enough because I have several other men doing the same thing.
True.
So how do you up them when I get phone tomorrow?
Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Honestly, like, you know, women have set the standard, but, like, dudes, which one of you are flying these women out? Like, what are you doing? Why? I'm not being funny, but if I was dating someone and they were saying, you know, we're getting to know each other, and they were like, oh, I'm going on holiday, you should come with me. Like, if I wanted to go, I'd be paying for my own ticket, and I'd be staying somewhere else. Like, craziness.
Hold on.
You say girls ask for too much.
Hold up. I will only invest so much if it's not reciprocated. Even if I'm...
As you should. And if it was a woman saying that, the women around her would be going... So, it's just a double standard, as always.
even spending the money, right? If she's not reciprocated, then what the spending the money just to try and get you?
And why is no one agreeing with him? Because you like her. Are you freaking kidding me? Are you absolutely kidding me? I could have a car that's 30 years old that brings no value to my life. I can't even move it, and I've tried fixing it a million times. But it's too old. It's done. The car's done. What, I'm supposed to just keep investing money in it in the hope that it eventually turns back on and starts working like a brand new car again because, oh, I like it? Please.
This is an evil world we live in. She said, why are you so scared of marriage? She said, here's why. A woman I was dating bought me a cologne, which made me extremely happy because she rarely bought me gifts. One day I looked at her phone and found a text she had sent. She said, I bought him the same cologne as yours so I can smell you in my house.
I hate this planet.
You know how much pain in your chest that is, dog? What the?
It's just disgusting.
How many guys do you think you could pull in the club if you're like really trying?
None.
If you were trying, it was like a challenge that...
6.
6, okay, one night, 6. Oh yeah, that's respectable. Get a guy's number right now.
Oh no.
I'm gonna give you a prize.
Right, what's the prize? What's the prize?
You're gonna find out if you get the number.
Right, okay. Well then.
Wait, what happened?
No, I didn't even answer, you just left away. What if I find someone else to do it for, and I can watch you do it?
Alright, now we're filming on the meadows for the video. You know that already. Yeah. And Now, yeah, any guy. Genuinely, ask the other guy.
Can I get your number?
Why?
Because why not?
Well, a serial just book us a guy and ask the
Yeah, you do. That's what you do in one day. Because why not?
Because maybe she thinks you're attractive and cute.
Yeah.
No, sorry. That's a very weird reason.
What the hell? It's obvious what you're doing. Like, you're doing it for the camera. You're not actually interested. And this man isn't going to be a pawn in your game. Respect to him.
When did, like, going to the bar become, like, such a bad thing? I thought, like, being social
Since it was a place to consume something that's bad for your body.
and, like, going out with your friends was supposed to be healthy, and now it's, like, looked down upon. Just because I want to get a drink and hang out with friends and meet new people does not mean that I'm, like, low value or passed around. I'm also in my 20s. What else is there to do? Like, this is, like, a very normal thing.
Go for a walk, go for a coffee, do some painting, create something, learn an instrument, read, go to a spa, go to yoga, do some exercise, go to the gym, go to the beach, climb a mountain, go to a show, go to the theater. The list goes on.
And also, if you're not talking to any girls at the bar, where are you talking to girls? I would love to hear.
They're not! They're just not.
Female, honestly, I could see why dudes be hating us or getting mad. I went on a date last night. He was very nice, you know, picked me up, took me to dinner, and, you know, I made sure we had the best time of our life. I was nice. Like, he would have never been able to think that in my head, I'm just thinking about how this man is never seeing me again.
So why would you waste his time? Why would you not make that clear on the date?
Can you tell us why are you single?
Why am I single?
Yeah.
Because I think I'm just too bad for everyone. They can't handle it.
They can't handle you?
They can't handle it. It's not a picture. They're recording. Come on.
Nah, come on, get in. Hey, bro. Hey, are you single, bro?
I'm single.
Why are you single, man?
Why?
Yeah.
Because I choose to be.
To what?
You want me to say it in the mic?
Yeah.
I'm single because I choose to be.
You choose to be.
Oh my goodness.
And bro, you happy, aren't you?
Where are the men?
In the house.
I love us women, but like I'm tired of going to events.
Stay with the girls.
1,000,001 girls, and there's like 2 men in the corner. Like,
Deal with it.
man, y'all don't want to leave your house.
No. Stay away. Stay away. We are in the house. Gym, home, work, home again. Maybe go to mama house. Maybe go to dad house. That's about it. We in the house. You said leave you alone. You chose the bear.
As funny as this video is, there's a sadness to it because it's absolutely true. And of course, I'm speaking as a woman. It's sad for us women. Guys don't want to know us anymore. You know, even just like on a nice level, like I can't go to a shop and have the waiter or the barista serve me. You know, if I'm like nice to them, I can see it. I can see it on their faces. They are genuinely confused. I'm seeing a traumatized man. We have traumatized men. We've treated them so badly. We've abused them for so many decades now. I can see that when I am genuinely, you know, if you are, you know, making my food or you are making me a coffee, I'm going to smile at you. I'm going to ask how your day was going. My friends find it quite strange because I literally talk to everyone when we are out and about. Like, whoever it is, even if they're like a blue-haired feminist, I will ask them, how's your day going? Like, if you had many customers today, how many hours have you got left? Hope you have a nice day. Like, but I can see it when I talk to the men. It's just like they're so confused as to why I'm talking to them. And there is a hesitancy. It's like a, you know, pulling back. They're like, I need to exit this conversation as quickly as possible. And I can't blame them. I can't blame them because I see how other women act. So, like, why would they know that I don't have animosity towards them? So, you know, it's great for the guys to a degree because you guys have realized, like, there's nothing to miss. But unfortunately, for women, like, there is a lot to miss. Men are great.
Quick question. Where are we meeting the men that actually want to date and be in a relationship?
They don't want to.
Because it's not the dating apps. It's not. It's not the coffee shops. I've been trying that. I've been trying that for a while now. Definitely not the bars. Not at my age, because they're all like 21, 22, so they definitely don't want to be in a relationship, and I definitely do not want to be a cougar. Nothing wrong with that. just not my type. I, again, tend to go about 8 to 10 years older than me. I found out even those don't want to date for a relationship. Even they are still figuring things out. Yeah, they are. So where are we meeting the ones that want to date and be in a relationship? That want to date to eventually get into a relationship? That are dating to see if we're compatible for a relationship, not other things. No. I need to know, because I have yet to find them.
You know, it could be that the men she's meeting just don't want that with her.
Just came across her, okay? And she is upset because every time she seems to go out, it's undesirable men and men that she says are quote unquote ugly and unattractive are the men that always approach her. And that it's hurting her confidence because she knows that she's so pretty and so beautiful and they're not even in her league. Okay, listen now. Listen, take it from me. If you're constantly getting swiped right on by a certain type of guy, approached by a certain type of guy, invited out on dates by a certain type of guy, that indeed is your league. They are within your league and you are within their league. Have you ever heard that you attract what you are? If there's a scintilla of truth to that, this is the prime example.
You attract what you are. Absolutely true. Mindset, physical, it's always there.
Sade.
Hey, Sade. Rob.
Nice to meet you, Rob. How old are you?
33.
Okay, we're about the same age. So are you single, dating, married?
Single.
Why are you single?
I think women expectations are very high, but also, you know, the life-work balance is kind of difficult, especially with inflation and everything going on. So women want a lot of attention. Sometimes they're trying to, you know, stick to the goal. So it's kind of hard to balance both. We want the greatest dates in the world, but they don't want to share exactly what it is they like. A perfect example is my buddy. He recently went on a date, and the young lady didn't like it. Like, she told him, like, flat out, the date was okay, you know, and he was like, well, I was asking you, did you like this type of restaurant, that type of restaurant? You know what she told him? You should just know. And that was kind of crazy.
You should be able to read my mind, and if you get it wrong, well, too bad.
Sure, who needs to hear this out there, but when it comes to approaching a woman, an overwhelming majority don't want to be approached. Now, this information comes from...
You say that, but yet they're all on TikTok saying how they do want to be approached. The problem is that they don't want to be approached by most men.
I asked the question, what's a way to approach a woman where they would feel safe and comfortable? And over the last couple of days, probably 2,200 different comments have come through, and I'd say at least 90%, maybe more of them, where we don't want to be approached or don't approach.
If he was a different looking guy, they wouldn't be saying that. Now, this is not throwing shade. He is not an unattractive man whatsoever. But these women are saying they want freaking Henry Cavill's. Is that his name? The Superman guy? Henry Cavill? You know, either that or a rapper. Or, you know, they'd want this guy if he was wearing a Rolex. So it's like what the other guy said. It's just women's expectations are too high. They do want to be approached just by the right man.
So if you're a man and you're thinking about approaching a woman, the best advice is don't.
I tried booty calling a man last night, and he called me and was like, hey, so I actually think that it would make more sense if I took you to dinner first before we did that. Why was I upset? I was upset. All I wanted is the man to take me to dinner, and now I'm upset that he won't come over. But we could still do dinner later. But tonight, I want to hang out. He said, I'd rather not. I'm the problem.
I'm so confused.
But I'm not going to ever say that I'm the problem. I'm going to blame all the prior men in my life that led me to this moment to now be this problem.
I can't understand if this is satire or not. It's probably not, but it really should be.
So it's all your faults anyways.
I can't tell if this is rage bait.
70% of men are choosing to stay single. And I don't even blame them. And this shouldn't be a shock to anybody. Dating in this generation is so impossible, and I can talk about it for literally days. It feels like every single woman in this generation is either a gold digger or a bop or both. And so yeah, a lot of men are saying, we choose to be single, we're not gonna deal with this anymore, and I get it. I wouldn't either. That sounds awful. But it's crazy because you'll see women come online and be like, men are so sad and they're so single and they're so alone, but not me. I'm having a good time, just the men are having a bad time. And it's like, girl, be so serious for 2 minutes.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Men have become bored with women. Women, you focus on your girlfriends, the car you drive, the house you live in, the clothes you wear, your nails, your hair, your makeup, all the Botox and all the treatment you do, the fillers, the job, the butt tuck, the liposuction, and the list goes on and on. And when a man takes you out, you open your mouth and his head hits the table and he goes, not another one. There's no substance. There's no quality about you. Where's your virtue? Where's your dignity?
I'm so happy this is coming from an older woman, honestly. I don't think that most like young modern women understand that we literally just all come off exactly the same.
Today, Teen Vogue publishes this article. Young women are more liberal than young men, and it's making dating harder. Is it though? Or are women just having to face the reality that feminism lied to us about what qualities are actually attractive? And one girl who's 28 from Arizona said she screenshots dating app profiles when they mention a disqualifier for women that they date that seems unfair. Like being liberal, being bisexual, or not wanting to have kids. Which, call me crazy,
that's all fair.
Don't seem that outrageous. Another girl said she loved falling in love with a Trump-supporting conservative man until he made her feel bad about how many guys that she had previously slept with. But is it at all possible that maybe that wasn't slut-shaming, just an honest conversation about premarital...
Do you know what's so funny, though, and quite interesting about female psychology is that, you know, she will say, oh, I didn't like it when he said this about me and da-da-da-da-da, but really she respects that more than she would a man who just says, oh, hey, you know, that's fine, babe. That's why she fell in love with a Trump supporter in the first place.
This woman was in a restaurant. She's looking around and all she sees other women. Nobody on a date. No man and woman on a date. Just women, as she said, dating each other. So the commentary is that men don't want to be on dates anymore. They don't want to go out with women because it's a waste of time and money. So my question is, do men ever like going on a date? Do men like going on dates? They like going to restaurants and trying different foods and things like that. Is it something that they only did because women like to do it? Like if I'm going to get in a relationship,
probably.
To talk about this comment that was left on one of my videos, and there's quite a few men that leave similar comments to this, and this proclamation that, you know, this is why men are staying single. And this is obviously not all men, but there is a reason why men do this, and the reason that men say I'm staying single, which in other terms basically means I'm also willing to have a string of hookups that mean nothing to get my own needs satisfied, is that the reason that they do this is because they are not willing to face themselves. Any man that says, you know, I'm staying single is because they do not want to be in a situation that is causing them to face parts of themselves that have been denied, that have been repressed, where they are not taking accountability for the way that they show up in relationship.
Sounds a lot like women.
And obviously, if they're not in relationship or opening themselves up to the right person, they're not going to have this mirroring. And so by isolating and saying, you know, this is why men are staying single, it's just basically another way of saying, I don't want to face myself.
I had to actually sit and think about this, and I had to ask myself, when is the last time a man came up to me and wanted to get to know me or exchange numbers? And it's been a long time. And honestly, I'm not going to lie, it definitely has me questioning myself.
I mean, if you are going to start checking yourself, I think you should probably start by maybe checking your energy, you know, checking your aura.
Honestly, the first thing women will check about themselves is the way they look, but it's like men care way more about how you come across as a person. They care way more about your attitude. Sure, take care of yourself, look pretty, but, you know, a man would much rather be with a kind, polite, submissive 5 than a batshit crazy headache 9.
Checking your mannerisms, checking how your facial expressions are coming off to the world. You know, a lot of women, most women walk around with a very nasty attitude. A lot of women walk around very irritable, very disrespectful, very mean, you know, just very unapproachable. So I think if you are going to start there. You and a lot of other women should start there and try to acknowledge, you know, what am I doing? How am I coming off to the world? Secondly, I think a lot of men are just kind of tired of knowing that most women are looking for help and they're not really looking for love. A lot of men are starting to catch on to.
Absolutely. Oh, I'm glad she said it.
the fact that as soon as they do exchange numbers with a lot of y'all, all of a sudden your hair needs to be done, and now all of a sudden you ain't ate in 3 days, and a bill has been backed up for the last 3 months, and and a lot of times when men ask y'all for your names, y'all got the audacity to throw out y'all Cash App number.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
A lot of men just don't date anymore. Intimacy has become completely conditional. It's so funny because if a man fails to meet a woman's needs in a relationship, oh my god, she can post a video about it and there's thousands of comments of women in support of that. But if a man wants a little bit more physical touch in his relationship, he's the problem. He's the problem every time he has a need or want. Not only that, but a lot of men, once they actually commit to a woman, have noticed the intimacy drop to almost nothing or nothing. But her expectations out of the relationship...
It's such a strange thing when intimacy drops in a relationship. I can't understand why you would get with someone that you're not attracted to. I can't understand people that are like more attracted to someone when they're more of a stranger. It's weird. It's really weird.
Grow or stay the same. How is that fair? Why would he want to date? He gets nothing that he wants out of it.
First of all, it's really easy to say that you don't want a relationship when a woman doesn't want a relationship with you. Women have collectively decided to raise their standards, and the truth is a lot of men these days don't meet those standards. A man being able to only pay the light bill is not going to cut it. Women want...
So contribute.
Financial stability. This isn't new. Y'all try to act like it's new, but it's not. Back in the days when women didn't have bank accounts, didn't have jobs, they did select partners who could financially provide for them and their future children.
But now they do have bank accounts. Now they do have their own income, and therefore men have less. It's just so stupid.
Stop acting like women these days are so new and what's wrong with them and this is so revolutionary and these are modern women. Women have...
They are.
Always expected a man to provide.
When they couldn't for themselves, and now you can for yourselves, and you're constantly claiming about how you don't need a man, so why would they bother?
You're modern because you expect a woman to split bills with you, and no woman in history has ever been...
No woman in history has ever been asked to do that because no woman in history has ever made the amount of money that women make now.
And ask that.
I'm single, and I'm just trying to be, like, aware of men in the world, okay? And do single men, like go anywhere without a chaperone? Like, I'm actually starting to panic. Like, where...
What?
Are they? Like, where...
A chaperone?
Are they? I feel like anytime I see a man vaguely my age, like a woman appears, a child appears, that is a father. Where are the single men? Where are they? Do they not go to the grocery store? I've, never seen a man at...
She's never seen a man that she finds attractive at the grocery store. Of course there's men at the grocery store. There's men everywhere. She just thinks that she's better than them.
Target. How do you eat? Like, you can't exclusively go to sports games with the bros. Where are you? Like, I know I'm at a deficit because I go to, Broadway shows and tap dancing lessons. And I work from home. But, I exist in public. I go out for drinks. I go to coffee shops. I go to the mall. I go to the store. Where are they? Where are they going?
They're at home.
This comment was just too good not to respond to. I honestly think it is true that
men you are looking for are not interested in dating. My son is 25, good salary, no debt, but he only goes to work, to the gym, and games with his buddies. Make sense?
Men nowadays are uninterested in the dating game. And they're most likely the good ones, which then leaves us ladies having bad experiences.
Yeah, because that's what we have set the standard as. We went for all the bad boys, so the good guys have realized there's no point. They're the ones that keep getting effed over, so why would they continue to fight a losing battle?
And then we, in hand, want to get off the dating scene.
But they always want to blame a man. That's what she's doing.
So then we're both left screwed, because all the good ones are out of the dating scene and aren't interested. When is this going to change, though? Maybe we all need to come back together and make it work?
I don't think any man is going to sign up for that unless anything changes significantly.
And don't ever say I never told y'all anything. Men are more attracted to peace than... Okay? And don't let that go over y'all heads, because I be hearing women, seeing women talk about her talk about his girl, talk about his wife. That lady is probably an angel. But you don't know what type of energy, peace, vibes, happiness, just being a good soul, being a good person. You don't know what this person brings, what type of value she brings. Y'all so focused on the image, the outside. The exterior is beautiful. Inside is just ew. And I be hearing it all the time from these men. Yeah, she bad as hell. She cold as hell. Body banging. Attitude ugly. Energy ugly. Peace, happiness, love is way more attractive than what you think.
We have a society full of neurotic women who are on birth control and or psychotic medications, and it has produced, as I say, a generation of neurotic women. So, you know, women are more pessimistic than ever before. We are untrustworthy because, you know, women have slept around, and we have unrealistic expectations and somehow expect men to meet them, even though basic logic would suggest it's kind of impossible in today's day and age. And instead of having compassion and empathy for men and the situation that we will find ourselves in, they still want to be victims, and they want men to be the bad guys. They want men to be the villain in their story. So, unfortunately, that is what most men have to pick from these days, and most men think it's not worth it, and it's only going to be worth it for them if, like she says, a woman comes along who isn't subscribed to that mainstream negative ideology. But it's hard. It's hard. I think it's only like 20% of women in the West who are not on birth control or antipsychotic medications. Not antipsychotic medications, but like, you know, mental health medications, SSRIs, anxiety, maybe antipsychotics. So it's hard. It's really hard. And unfortunately, most women don't realize this. Like, men are generally fine. You know, you talk about male loneliness epidemic. Like the other guy said, it is women who feel the loneliness much harder, especially once they get into their 30s. So we can talk about male loneliness epidemic all we want, but, you know, men can be having a great time living by themselves in peace and quiet. It's the women who are going to be longing for the men when they eventually realize what we've done. But that's just what I think. Why don't you let me know what you think in the comment section below. As always, if you enjoyed today's video, please do give it a thumbs up on your way out. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell to keep up to date with all of my content. And if you'd like to consider donating to the channel, you can do that by clicking the links in the description at buymeacoffee.com or via PayPal. And on that note, guys, I'll see you very soon in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.